Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Cross Studios here, and I'm here to review a LEGO retro set, or as I like to call it, retro review. And I'm here with a sports set, and this is set 3433, the Ultimate NBA Arena. And it has 481 pieces, and you can see it has 10 figures in the set. I don't know what the retail price of this originally was because I didn't look it up or anything. But basically, I'm just going to be doing an overview of what the set has and everything. I'm not going to be doing a rating. During these retro reviews, I just kind of show off the set and what I have and basically what's in the set. So we're going to go ahead with the box first. Here's the box included with the set right here. As you can see, it shows basically the Ultimate NBA Arena on it, and it shows Shaq is basically about to dunk it right there. Then when you turn it onto the back right here, you can see there's a lot of stuff you can do with the set. It shows you all the features and everything in it, which is really cool. And then one of the cool features about the set is that you can actually store the stadium inside of it. Basically, there's just opening it up right here, which is definitely a cool feature as well. Definitely sweet right there with this box. Here's the instruction manual with the set right here. As you can see, when you go to the inside right here, it just basically shows you a lot of the other characters you can collect, kind of like Jerry Stackhouse for the Pistons and other ones, Karl Malone, all them. Definitely a lot of cool minifigures in there. And you can see there's some basically just shows you the minifigures right there. When you go to the end of the manual, we get a couple small things right here, such as you can go to NBA.com. You can see that right there. It shows a lot of cool vintage pictures from the early 2000s. It is vintage now. It wasn't vintage when they made this. And when you go onto the back right here, it shows you some other LEGO sports stuff, not just from basketball, but you can see there's also this one right here there's the hockey one, which epically failed if you didn't know. And they also have the soccer one, so that's basically for the manual. Upon getting this sheet, I also did get this sticker sheet along with the manual as well when I got the set. I actually bought this entire thing for $70 if you didn't know, which is actually a really good deal. But you can see what it looks like right there. Most of the stickers have been taken off, but it still has a lot on there, which is definitely really cool. So starting off with the Western Conference players you get in the set right here, you actually only get 3 teams out of the 5 Western Conference players that you get. So you get Kevin Garnett on the left right there, you get Dirk Nowitzki on the second one right here. You get Steve Nash right there. You get Kobe Bryant right here, and then on the very right you get Shaquille O'Neal, which is definitely a lot of cool minifigures in the set. You can see what they look like from the back right there. There's Kevin Garnett. Definitely cool how they did all the jerseys and stuff like that very well. Definitely accurate to the actual teams and stuff like that. And there's also other alternate jerseys for some of the minifigures, such as Shaq and Kobe. They have alternate jerseys of the yellow ones and stuff like that. So definitely cool. So let's move on to the Eastern Conference teams. Now moving on to the Eastern Conference teams. On the very left we have Allen Iverson, who's just talking about practice. If you get that reference right there, tell me in the comments below. Right here we have Antoine Walker. We got Vince Carter right here, which is really cool. You got Tracy McGrady in the Magic jersey. And then we also do get Jason Kidd right there on the Nets, which is really cool right there. Then, like I said, just turning them around, you can see all their names and stuff right there, which is really cool. Love getting all these characters in the set. They're all really good players, too, that they made, which is really cool. You can see McGrady, Carter, and all that. Just really cool to get a lot of iconic basketball players from the early 2000s in the set, which is really cool. Now moving on to the actual stadium, which is kind of a handful to show on the actual camera since it's a really wide model right here. I don't have the entire set complete due to the fact that basically the long poles sticking out from under the rims are not there for when shot blocking and stuff like that. But I do have most of the other little pieces right here for your minifigures to stand on and do your basic movements and stuff. You can see there's some movement right here for if you want to move a player right there. And you can see all the NBA and Spalding stickers everywhere. And there's also 2 basketball hoops, obviously, with some printing on there, which I'll show you soon. You can see you can fit a lot of fans in these stands right here, which is cool that they included right there. You can see what the basketball hoops look like. And we're going to take my favorite player out of the bunch right here, Dirk Nowitzki. Just dropped him. We'll take Dirk Nowitzki and just show you how this works, basically. Put Dirk right there, and we'll see if we can make a basket with him. You can see the Spalding basketball right there that you do get in the set. So I'll basically just take him and shoot, and I failed it terribly. Dirk Nowitzki just airballed. Let's try again. I almost made it that time, but you can basically get the premise of how it works. Definitely a sweet model right here overall. Unfortunately, I was not baller enough to make it on camera, but you can see what it looks like right here. Just a really sweet stadium, a lot of big molded pieces and stuff like that. Overall, just really sweet looking. You can see you get the NBA.com sticker right there, LEGO Sports in the back. Just a lot of really cool stuff. And there's a sticker for NBA on the court as well. So, a lot of really cool detailed pieces and stuff. Just overall, a really cool model, and I really wish LEGO would make something like this nowadays, because they don't really make really big molded stuff like this anymore, unfortunately. It would be really cool to get that nowadays. Alright guys, so that is basically it for this retro review. Like I said, in these retro reviews, I do not give ratings on sets just because they're so old and they're really outdated. They wouldn't really work with my rating system nowadays. But I just basically show off the set and show you all the cool details, and it's just kind of like a throwback to when old LEGO sets were coming out and how different they were and stuff like that. You can see the differences between this and like a nowadays LEGO set. But it's definitely a sweet LEGO set right here. You got a lot of characters in it, very iconic basketball players from the early 2000s and mid 2000s, however you want to go. And some of these players are actually still playing in the NBA, such as Dirk Nowitzki and stuff like that. And Kobe just retired this year, if you didn't see. But most of them are retired now. Vince Carter's still playing. There's just a lot of cool stuff in the set. And it's just cool to look back at our old LEGO sports sets and stuff like that once in a while, because they do have some cool stuff in them, such as this set right here. It's always been a childhood dream of mine to get this set since I started liking basketball, and I saw this set online one time. It's always been my dream to get this LEGO set, and I found it at the flea market, which is crazy, for 70 bucks, which is a good deal. So I ended up getting it. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this retro review. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe.